Okay. Back into making sure my depth chart is right. I made sure beforehand. Deciding whether or not I should take Mackenzie Alexander out of the rotation. He's questionable. For the sake of Madden, I might just leave it in just to make it more competitive. Sherrills is back. Treadwell is back. That sound good? Sound good, I think. Eric Wilson played fine. Let's leave Wilson in there. I think everywhere else is fine. Hercules. DT3. Here. I gave O'Neal a bump. I think that's fine. Everybody else I've been keeping about the same. Even though they were wherever I made them before. I gave Irv Smith route running buff. I probably could downgrade Diggs and Thielen a bit, but they never show up anyways. And you saw Irv Smith was listed as wide receiver 3 for me. That was just for the sake of having him on the field more, because getting the right playbook is hard to do. So I kind of makes kind of a 2 tight end set. But this is flip-flopped. Go this way. And so I'm in a bit of a time crunch. We're going to... let's do old school jerseys, because I think the Bears are doing their jerseys from like the 60s or something, I heard. I think Morgan said she wants to do only the old school jerseys.
Hello, viewers.
I didn't think she would be confident enough. But she's basically just talking to herself.
I'm the one that usually says present in the live stream. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, so we'll go here in the middle, so I'm not doing anything. But this won't be super official because we'll make it 11 minutes. I was debating either 10 or 12, so we'll go in the middle. The 4:15 game for once, and we'll slide this down to 10 seconds. And let's give us, it won't be snowing. Let's just make it clear. I think if the weather's good in Minnesota, it's probably about the same in Chicago. I think it to be about clear. And overcast being aside, so like doesn't change the game at all. There we go.
Thank you, weatherman.
And real life, probably be a slugfest. My game preview will be up tomorrow afternoon sometime. But in Madden, you never know what's going to happen. Throughout the 2 years of Kirk Cousins' Madden simulations, he's been absolutely horrible. Somehow worse than his real life counterpart.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
There we go.
You're tuned in to Madden
Kickoff
19
for the potential winners of the NFC North. I called this in my
away from what
preview
should
the
be an
cone
excellent
setter
matchup
of the NFC
between
North.
the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
But through 3 weeks, the
With
NFC
that,
North is
let's get
looking
out
like
to
the
venerable
best
Soldier
division
Field
in
in
football.
Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All 3 teams in the NFC North have not lost 0.
Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel.
Every team in the NFC North has not lost to an out-of-division opponent yet this year. The closest tied the Cardinals. Well, that's a good sign that this division's going to be really tough.
Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got 2 teams who know each other
and there's
extremely
X-Spiking.
well. These division games
Cordero Patterson.
tend to be battles.
I believe in real
People
life.
scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs.
I brought Patterson back on the Bears,
on these games,
and
they can't wait to get at each
made
other.
their rookie running back for that is all. And there we go. Boom! The NFC North is in the air.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback.
There you go,
and
this.
it comes out to the 25
Look,
yard
11-minute version of
So here are the
Madden
Bears now for
19.
their opening drive.
Because Madden 20 is a waste of money. Simulation is underway. Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, I talk with people around the
Coming
league
back.
about Mitchell Trubisky when he's coming out of North Carolina. Those are
He's been
questions about
very,
him. It all
very
centered in on the fact that he was only a
inaccurate
one-year starter.
throughout his
Wondered
entire
why he
NFL
couldn't
career.
beat out the guy ahead of him
But this is
beforehand.
Madden,
I
so
just
it
locked in
probably
on
won't
the
matter.
athletic ability, the accuracy, and then once he got the football, how the team responded to him. I think his
The
upside
Bears
is big.
Genius GM obviously traded up into the very early stages of the first round, giving up a whole lot of draft capital to trade for Mitch Trubisky because obviously he knows Patrick Mahomes is not a good quarterback. The Bears are out 3 tight ends, and he will flip it out for a gain of a yard to their backup tight end, Shaheen.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
And a very solid O-line at that. Should open up lanes to the running game, but thus far their running game has been very pathetic. It is the best part of their offense, which isn't saying a whole lot. It is, I believe, the 20th ranked. I know it's below average, kind of in that fringe to poor area. Now shotgun 3 receivers top of the screen. Trubisky spins to his left and checks it down.
To his running back, Cohen.
And for some reason, Kentrell Brothers is on the field.
Losing yardage back at the 22.
And I never know what formations that Madden chooses where these backup linebackers are consistently on the field.
About 13. Well, they try to
Because
swing
this
it
doesn't
out
happen
into
when
the
I play,
flag.
but also I play
really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't
I do have Anthony Barr sitting out for this game. It should be Eric Wilson, not Kentrell Brothers.
For lost yardage.
But regardless, great play by the Vikings linebacker.
And this opening drive,
3rd and 13, exactly where both the defenses want them to be. Everson Griffin and Neil Hunter pin yours back, get after Trubisky, shotgun, 3 receivers. 4-man rush, he'll check it down, get tackled immediately. Here comes the punter. Trubisky will start out the drive 3 for 3 for 1 yard.
And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a generous call, regardless, because that's spotted at a 4th and 10.
They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Well, I could easily do 15-minute quarters if there wasn't so much nonsense in between each play. So here's the punt. Marcus Sherrill back with the Vikings for his first return. Did I give him 35? I did. And he brings it to the 26. It would be great if he had a great return for his first week back with the Vikings.
Veteran quarterback out of Michigan State, the former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
And look how realistic his face is. Couldn't tell the difference. I could not tell this is a video game.
And also throws with
A
anticipation
video
and
game
accuracy,
designed by Microsoft Paint.
when he throws the deep ball.
Low-key though, Diggs actually does look pretty good. And I like these jerseys.
Cousins and the
Nice little
Vikings
throwback
with a
here. But
1st
and 10 from the 26. A good defensive stop. And much like the Bears, we start with the tight formation. Shotgun is Cousins. Delvin to his left. And Cousins to pass on 1st down. And he'll complete it in a gain of 6 yards to his tight end, Kyle Rudolph. I do think the tight ends will be involved a lot in this game. You want to keep them on the field. And when they're on the field, obviously they will be getting targets. So when you have the likes of Khalil Mack, you want to be doubling him every single time. And if you can get away with having a tight end block and another one go out and get the catch, or maybe get those one-on-ones on Diggs and Thielen, I would try Kyle. Bowler's away a whole lot. Whoever's not, he's not on, take a shot. I think Thielen should have a game too, but now they hand it off to Dalvin. He had a hole.
A short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And here are the
Sherry's got this defense for the Vikings is team hacks. Khalil Mack's going to get all the press, but it's the team hacks that's going to stuff everything up front. He was sitting in Kirk Cousins' lap all game for those 2 weeks last year against the Bears. He's too good. If he gets matched up on Pat Elflein, good night. This is a game where you almost want a tight end to help block Khalil Mack and a running back to help clean up hits. But 3rd and 2, play action, a huge blitz. Cousins is sacked, but thank God he doesn't fumble. Khalil Mack talking about him, he gets sacked, and then the Vikings will send out their punter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry.
A time where Rudolph's wide open, 5 yards in front of him. Nobody even covering Kyle Rudolph, middle of the field. And Cousins just stared. Oh! Well, that is classic Cousins. Captured in realism in Madden 19.
The Vikings send out their punter. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears.
Tariq was fielding, gets breaks one tackle, and
It's a
gets
return
tackled
of
for 31.
4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
I love how they have to show his first drive stats. Look at David Montgomery, this running back. He sucked 0 yards.
A little more consistency. Move the
Love
ball at
Madden
least a few
19.
times on
It's a
offense,
fantastic
get a couple
game.
of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
But I'm expecting a lot of 3 and outs in this game. Another reason to shorten up the play clock. Make it a little bit less boring, hopefully. But Anthony Harris keeps in the box. He'll be blitzing. And here he comes, and they'll run the ball. Here's a hole, and a nice little gain. They picked up 8 yards. Montgomery.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You can tell I created him because he looks
sort of
horrible.
opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me.
These
I want to take
Ventrell
that shot
brothers out
early
of the
and
field.
loosen things up.
Under center. And they'll hit it up again. Montgomery will follow it up ahead. Back to back. 6 of all 8 yards. He's generous spot that time. And back to back runs for the first down of the game. And I said in my preview, which, well, I'm spoiling everything in my preview, but you all better still be watching it. That whoever runs the ball better and doesn't turn the ball over will win. Well, 1st and 10, Chicago nearing midfield, 44-yard line. After good defense, back-to-back runs, this is old school football. So now they're saying screw that lineup 4 wide. Also look for a draw here. Vikings line up in the nickel, and Trubisky will throw a quick pass slant. He's got his man. 1st down on the road. They'll call it just short. Taylor Gabriel. 10-yard reception. They'll call it just short of the first down, 2nd and inches. They flipped their field position on the other side of the 50, now the 46-yard line.
They're not going to stop you. You keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start
line
to
up
creep
heavy,
up,
2 tight ends, ballon screen, a fullback, dots the eye. And Trubisky fakes a handoff. Vikings, Daniil Hunter sacked, stripped. Vikings recovered. Daniil Hunter strip sacked Mitch Trubisky. For some reason, Kentrell Brothers is in the game, but luckily he fell on it. This is one of the things I love about Madden 19 is when you do play action, your offensive linemen don't block at all. You get situations like that where you get a 4-man pass rush straight in your face after you do your fake. So Dalvin Cook comes back on the field, and after the turnover, the Vikings defense holds up. Now the Vikings offense has a chance back on the 46-yard line. Great field position. Now, it's so often in this situation, this is where the offense wants to take the shot. But the Vikings look to play conservative. 3 tight ends top of the screen. Rookie running back Madison in the backfield. Gets tackled beyond the line. Loss of a yard.
In the backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I love how it matters. There's no effort. There's no kind of break the tackle or anything. It's all take the instant hit and set or ball over. Oh, everybody does perfect 1 tackle.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 47. Cousins will have to pass, pick up some of those yards. Dalvin to his right, the receiver's top of the screen. Here he comes, a four-man rush. Cousins has time, flips it wide, way out of bounds. Third and long. After this field position, the Vikings will have a tough third down here. This is why I shortened the time for the simulation, because it's hard to watch Kirk Cousins. Getting better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right now. Shotgun Cousins, we talked about that after the Vikings play their third down. Cousins all the time in the world. Now checked it down, and Dalvin might have dropped it either way. It's incomplete. And after an excellent field position, here comes Bulkhead. But look at the Vikings scouting. The injury report. Full participation both Wednesday and Thursday. Everson Griffin, Ben Gedeon, Jaron Kearse, and Morris Steffen should all be playing. Full participation on Wednesday, but not Thursday. He was limited with Kentrell Brothers.
The Vikings send out their punter
as
he'll kick it away for the second time.
Anthony Barr were limited on Wednesday, full on Thursday. The only Viking that did not participate is Josh Klein, the right guard, who has a concussion. He'll most likely be out. The Vikings look to be mostly at full strength, so this is great. But you don't like seeing one of your starting offensive linemen to be out against the Bears. That part's scary.
When you're having trouble scoring or moving
but luckily he's playing in Madden, so that's all that matters.
Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st and 10, 20-yard line. Trubisky goes under center, hands off. Montgomery, he plows ahead. Outside zone, stretch play to the right side, picks up a couple. And this is tough love yardage. A big bruising game this one will be.
Named an All-Pro for the first time in 2017, cornerback Xavier Rhodes relishes the challenge of guarding the game's top wide receivers. He'll trail them anywhere, even into the opposing backfield, to make big-time plays.
And look how reflective their helmets are. You can see the entire field. Their helmets are just a mirror. 2nd and 8 from the 22. Shotgun Trubisky. They're really trying to get him going. He's already throwing 4 passes in this first quarter. And he'll fire a dart wide open. Robinson, the best receiver on their team. Trubisky starts out 5 for 5. He can be hot. He is generally very inaccurate, but like any quarterback, when he gets in a rhythm, when you give him those easy throws, when everything else is going good for him, he can look good. And there's Jaron Kearse bringing him down, but a wide open 20-yard gain. Now the Bears are already nearing field position.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And
he's already on the opponent's side of the field. Under center now is Trubisky again. Weak I formation fullback. On the bottom of the screen, they hand it off. Montgomery breaks a arm tackle. Gets the next level. Gain of 4. Good, tough love yards there by Montgomery. Looks like he broke an Everson Griffin tackle and took a carry that would have been about a yard and moved it to 4. 2nd and 6 as we're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Maybe not so
Shotgun
much in the second half,
3 receivers on the field.
Gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's the first carry for Tariq
Cohen.
And
it's very close to first down. Looks like we'll give it to him 1st and 10, right at midfield. Tariq Cohen has not looked good as a running back yet this year, only averaging 2 yards per carry, where Montgomery's not much better. He's at 4. But he's their receiving stat back. First and 10 from the 50 under center. Trubisky hands it off. This time the Vikings came through. Daniil Hunter said that was enough. Scott Montgomery 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Daniil Hunter's a beast, and Everson Griffin is just as good.
Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another tackle.
Daniil Hunter's already having a great game, but you have to block him. They did a zone to the left side, leaving Daniil Hunter unblocked. Big problem. Block Daniil. Block 99, or you'll be in a huge list of problems. But 2nd and 12, 48-yard line. Last 30 seconds of this first quarter. Shotgun. Trubisky trying to pick up some extra yards. Vikings are in the strong nickel.
Now they'll
They
throw
run
it with
first.
Trubisky.
Nickel top of the screen and an
running
awkward
with power
spin
here. Caught out left side
for
by
Trubisky for no
Robinson.
reason, but
The
flips it out.
Chicago
Allen
first
Robinson,
down, the
first
former
down.
Jag, Allen
Looks like the
Robinson on the
first
catch
team in
for
field goal
Trubisky.
range. 38-yard line, Chicago.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6
And that
here
will
to start the
end
ball
this
game.
scoreless first quarter. Both the defenses playing great. Vikings forced a turnover, but the Vikings offense has done
Prior to
nothing.
the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 0-0 our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
First and 10 in this quicken, this Madden simulation 11-minute quarters. Both teams held 0-0 scoreless. Trubisky and the Bears offense is driving. Trubisky has been a
Here's
perfect
another 1st and 10.
5 for 5 now, probably 6 for 6. 3 tight ends, bottom of the screen. Vikings are on the base. Under center Trubisky. He'll hand it off Montgomery as a whole. Gain of 9 on first down. This Vikings defense starting to look a little tired. 2nd and inches from the 29-yard line. But already in field goal range. This is a situation where I would take a shot. A sack of 5 yards, you're still fine. With Trubisky, you don't really have to worry about the fumble like you do with Cousins. And unless he just throws a stupid interception, you should be good. 2nd and inches from the 29-yard line. They line up. I formation, offset high with the fullback to the left. Trubisky play action. Here he goes. Flips it to the fullback. Will pick up the first down. And into the red zone there at the 20-yard line. The Bears are driving.
It's a 9-yard gain.
Only 50 passing yards for the Bears. And a perfect 7 for 7 is Mr. Trubisky, where Kirk Cousins is over 3.
Thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
First and 10 from the 20.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. First
Look
and
for
10
Taylor
right at the
Gabriel,
20.
who's just got 3 touchdown passes as their only receiving touchdown threat. Montgomery will get beat play fake. Trubisky floats to his left, throws across his body to his right. Almost
And his
picked.
throw
Triple
is
coverage.
incomplete.
3 Vikings had a chance for intercepting that
You
one.
get a
They
tight end
each
like this,
dropped
and you
it.
know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Rhodes had a great play on that one. Burton did have a chance to make the play. His hands were very close to it. Rhodes just stuck in there and knocked it away. So what looked like a easily interceptable ball for the Vikings was just really a great play by
After the
Xavier Rhodes,
incompletion, here's
who was
2nd and 10
really
from the
roughed
20.
up by Devontae Adams last week. Now under center or shotgun Trubisky. Montgomery to his left. He'll take the shotgun
the gun,
snap. He just kind of
Trubisky.
throws it to the left field. It's caught Burton. He caught that one. Just short of the goal line. Tackles the 2-yard line. Got by that last pass was Trubisky's first incompletion. After this one, he's 8 for 9. The unstoppable passing quarterback, Mitch Trubisky. Now, that's just a great throwing touchdown time. We're perfectly timed to throw. Great route. And the Vikings just weren't ready for it. Yet to cover the tight end in the red zone. First and goal from the 2. The running game has been solid. Taylor Gabriel checks in slot on the bottom of the screen. Shotgun, Trubisky. They'll pass it from the 2-yard line. Trubisky could run if he wants to. Literally nobody within 5 or 10 yards from Trubisky, and he throws it out of bounds. That's some Kirk Cousins level pocket awareness, but usually from the other side.
because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football.
He's in the tackle box.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the
think it's
area,
intentional driving, and for some reason the Bears are shocked them again. 3 receivers, top of the screen, and they'll run for it. Tackle on the line, 2-yard loss. Daniil Hunter with his 3rd tackle of the loss for the day. They'll call it 2 on the screen, but 1 was a sack.
Not only was that a terrific play,
what a day already by Daniil Hunter. He's been a force in the first half.
That gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, shotgun Chicago. Taylor Gabriel's not on the field. Trubisky has time. He can run it in if he wants to. He might go for it, but no.
Inside the 5 at the 4.
Didn't get there. Ben Gedding was fine. Trubisky only got a yard. What a great goal line stand by the Vikings. What a huge miss it was on the first down play where Trubisky could have ran it in easily. 2015 Peyton Manning could have ran that one easily. 2040 Brett Favre could have ran that one easily, with Trubisky, the athletic quarterback, decided just to chuck it out of bounds. And now they have to kick a chip shot field goal.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Here was a hero for the Eagles, Cody Parkey. And boots it, doesn't hit a single goalpost, and obviously I forgot to change the kickers to my dad, but Madden, it doesn't matter anyways, they're perfect.
The field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
After a couple great defensive stands where the Bears defense sets the Bears up with solid field position, and Trubisky has been great at quarterback in this game and helped by a solid running game. And the Bears are up 3-0 as we're at the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. The Vikings offense has only been on the field for 6 plays. That tells you how good they've been on the offensive side of the ball. I don't even think they have a handful of yards yet in this game. So Kirk Cousins and company needs to get something going.
Getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
1st and 10 from the 25. Irv Smith had a sensational week 3. If Diggs and Thielen are in trouble on the outside, look for Irv Smith on the outside. He actually checks out on the bottom screen as a wide receiver. As we have 3 tight ends on the screen, and a 5-7 drop back. Cousins is sacked. Mack with this second. Maybe you block the best pass rusher in the league, just a thought.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Cousins just took way too long. He had a wide open Tyler Rudolph middle of the field. 2nd time he missed Rudolph wide open, and decided just to not throw it to him. Cousins is horrible. It's as simple as that. How much crap as we have to give Trubisky. Cousins is just Trubisky without the legs.
Here on 2nd and 16
and
after the
can
sack.
Look like he's a good quarterback against bad teams. But you can prove us all wrong on Sunday. Cousins shotgun. And Dalvin get the delayed handoff. And he'll get stuck down the line as well. Back-to-back great plays on this Bears defense. 3rd and 17 upcoming.
And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And some secondary help here for the defense.
3rd and 17.
3rd and long.
Dokkan Cousins, 3 receivers, top of the screen. Tyler Rudolph on the bottom at the line of scrimmage. And they'll do play action for some reason and throw a dart wide open. It's a Viking to the 40. It's Irv Smith. Look at that burst of speed by the rookie. there's that explosive play the Vikings needed. 32 yards after the catch for a total of 51. Irv Smith, wide open.
But when you can pick it up
this is why you draft the most athletic tight end in the draft class. You need the speed, you need the athleticism. The middle of the field's going to be wide open with Diggs and Thielen on the outside. What a great pickup by Spielman. Irv Smith has looked fantastic. The Vikings are all of a sudden driving 1st and 10, 31, down by 3 in Chicago. Let's go.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the
formation.
Field.
They'll take the handoff. Plotting forward is Dalvin Cook. Nice little gain of 4.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 from 27. Vikings line up bunch formation, top of the screen. Diggs at the bottom. Dalvin in the backfield under center. Cousins. And 5-step drop. Cousins throws it middle of the field. Almost intercepted.
It's incomplete.
Both teams have had a chance for a red zone turnover. That time it was Johnny Trevathan, the linebacker of the Bears, looking for another tight end. This time he sees Kyle Rudolph, but he threw it. Trevathan was in better position than Rudolph was and just out-jumped him. Knocked it away. 3rd and 6 from the 27. Let's score.
Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3
Irv Smith, top of the screen, lined up with the wide receiver. Empty backfield is Cousins. Don't take a sack, don't fumble. Only 4-man rush gets Diggs wide open if he wants to. Now they throw it deep.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, looking for Thielen deep, but since it's Madden, he can't keep his feet in bounds. Let's see if we can get a replay. It looked like it was close, but on the field judges say it was out of bounds. So here comes Dan Bailey. Looks like there'll be no review. Looks like it must have been clear enough. I can't see from my angle. So the Dan Bailey field goal attempt almost blocked. Is up and tie game
at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So we're right back where we started. All
3-3
as the kicks away.
4 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Patterson up. He'll take the knee in the middle of the end zone. He won't try to score on his own team.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Trubisky has been excellent thus far. We dropped back down to the field.
Points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
1st and 10. Vikings look like they'll be blitzing. Shotgun's Trubisky. He used their 2-step drop. Throw a quick slant.
It's caught on the right side by
Allen Robinson, 1st down.
But able to slip across
Only 2 incompletions on the day for Trubisky. Robinson's already at 42 yards.
That was a nicely run slant.
It's like back-to-back struggling days for Xavier Rhodes.
For a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
It's
and now
an
what
easy
he's trying
slant
to
on
do
1st down.
is use his
Picks up
body
good
to
yards.
keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. First and
10. 37-yard line. Time to run up the clock and try to score before halftime.
First half. He's got his guys at first
Or
and 10.
the Bears will line up with 4 wide receivers. Trubisky out of the shotgun. Vikings are on the nickel blitz 4. Trubisky will flip it, had a guy in his face, had to check it down, and the Vikings made him pay. Anthony Harris followed up. Loss of 3 on that one. Tariq Cohen caught the football, then saw all 400 pounds of Anthony Harris smacked him in the dirt.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that
Kentrell Brothers remains on the field for some reason. Second and 13. It'll be under 3 minutes to go in this first half.
On that first down pass play, now second and 13.
And I'll see if the Bears go conservative here and force the Vikings to start using their timeouts. Shotgun Trubisky, and here it is. Cohen will bounce it out and chase down. Great hustle play. Looked like that one could have broke free. Tariq Cohen broke away, and it was Linval Joseph somehow catching up to him and making a great play to tackle him. He still had a good game of 6 yards. Third and 7 up.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage line. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. 40-yard line. Let's see what happens.
We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
3rd and 7 from the 40-yard line. It'll look like they will stick to being aggressive. Shotguns Trubisky. He's being great. Why not? And he'll take a 3-step drop. He's looking to Neil Hunter in his face. He floats it out of bounds. A poor decision there. You'd rather take a sack than throw it out of bounds there. A poor decision by the young quarterback. This is Madden 19. This is the 2nd year. In real life, it's 3rd year. And he just has to make better decisions than that. Kirk Cousins, the other quarterback, he can afford to make a few mistakes. And here comes the punt. Marcus Sherrill is back, and he will let it bounce into the end zone. A sack would have let your punter have a few more yards to work with. Maybe take down and put it back. Instead, touchback. The Vikings left 3 yards. Gets his touchdown. 3 timeouts, plenty of time.
Targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime.
And you remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often.
First and 10, 20-yard line. Vikings line up 3 receivers, top of the field. Cousins shotgun. Cousins calls an audible. Here he goes. And he'll do a little draw play on the first down. Trying to get something going. Dalvin will gain 3. The Vikings will his clock run down. So the time management in Madden is horrible.
Because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Well, Mike Zimmer has a history of being very conservative at the end of the half.
And 7 from the 23.
Shotgun his Cousins again, 3 receivers. Dalvin to his right.
Cousins now
quick
on
drop
second
his
down.
Cousins. He'll fire middle of the field. Knocked away.
A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third.
So now you're in a dangerous situation. 3rd and long. Bears still have all 3 timeouts. How conservative do you want to be? A run here, you don't pick it up. Bears still have 1 timeout. A good return on the punt, it'll be in
Not
business.
easy for any quarterback, no matter
So I
the
think you have to be
situation.
aggressive
The defense
here.
won the battle.
Shotgun is Cousins. And the Bears blitz 4. Cousins has time. Picked it up. Stephon Diggs. First down, timeout, Minnesota.
By the offense. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
1st and 10 from the 39. A tied ball game. Any points in this defensive battle will be huge. This awkward, let's show this huddle.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now you love to see Madden shotgun Cousins. 3 receivers, top of the screen, Diggs at the bottom. Cook to Cousins left. Cousins has time, stepped into the pocket, healed. Did the most awkward throw I've ever seen. I guess
One thing
they got
that I
tipped
like
somehow.
defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they
I
certainly
guess
have
Cousins
kept them on
broke
their
his arm
toes.
the
That's why they
previous
haven't
play.
had much
That's why
success
you
on
can
the
only make
scoreboard.
that
So
2-yard
line
throw.
of scrimmage
That's
still
what
at
Thielen does in
39
second
on
down.
2nd and 10.
Still in a peculiar situation. If you get another first down, maybe you could be a bit more
Throwing
aggressive.
again,
3-man
Cousins
pass
on
rush.
second
Cousins
and
has time
10.
steps into the pocket, and we'll check it down.
From
And
left side
Thielen
on target to
is
Thielen.
tackled in
And
bounds.
he'll get up
Like
near
when
the
we forced to call
45. They'll
another
spot it
timeout.
at the 44.
At the 44
And a
yard line
stoppage
now.
here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place.
In this drive, we've
As the
finally
clock
seen
will
the
stop
first
with
catch out
45
of Diggs
seconds to
and
go in the
Thielen.
first
They were held
half.
catchless through this point. Of course, 11
And we're back.
quarters.
The offense
That
had a
have 8
chance
more
to
minutes
talk
work
things
with
over. We'll
in
see what
life,
they
if
come
do
up with
few
here
more
on this
plays,
next play.
And maybe in those plays they would have had more of a chance, but in the 11-minute quarters, in this simulation, nada.
The Vikings
Third
on
and 5,
3rd down.
44-yard
2
line.
for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and
Has some
5.
help back there with Cousins. Rudolph and Dalvin behind him. The receivers getting in the slot top of the screen.
Again,
Cousins
it's
has time
Cousins.
4-man rush. And lofts it. It's
This time
picked.
will be intercepted.
It's picked up going the other way.
And the return this time
Eddie
will go
Jackson,
to
the
42
nightmare
yard
out of
line.
Chicago. And the Bears are set up with right
timing is
field
everything
position.
on a
Not a
run
whole
like
lot of
this.
time
He tried
left,
to
but
drive
3
that
timeouts
football into
might
a
as
tight
well
spot.
be
And if
a
you're a
whole
little early
quarter.
or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Looked like he tried to force that one into a cover one, middle of the field with Adam Thielen.
Bears
And
offense now
Eddie
heading
Jackson is
back
playing
out
the
onto
robber
the
role in this
field.
cover
They
one
won it last
defense.
time they had it. What
And
steps, Charles, you think they have to take
cut
to make
right
sure they don't
between
do
the
that
route.
again?
Well, let's just go to the
Intercepting
football 101, the trade expression 101. Win
So
first
the game will
down,
remain
make
3 to
5, 6,
3
7 yards
unless
on
the
first down,
Bears
and make
can
it a
make a few
second and
plays
3,
before
second and
halftime.
manageable.
38 seconds,
Keep accumulating
3
first
timeouts,
downs that
and
way. Keep
5 or
moving
6
the football.
plays.
You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now each team has forced a turnover. Let's see how aggressive the Bears will be. 1st and 10. 42-yard line. They only need about 10 yards to get into field goal range.
After the interception,
And
here's
look
Trubisky.
at a very
His
awkward
throw
pass. Both quarterbacks have had their
incomplete.
share
Trey
of
Burton, the one he was
miscues in
looking
this
for.
game.
And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my
Good thing
observation. There's been a nice
Henderson
variety
that
of play calling
coverage was
defensively.
that
You and I often
incompletion
talk
was all
about an
on his
offense's ability to
brilliant
keep a
coverage.
defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter.
Vikings line up in the nickel. Jaron Kurtz. Slot
Again
nickel,
on
top of the
second
screen
and
on
10,
Anthony
it's
Miller.
Trubisky.
He'll fire.
That is very
Completed
good.
into the red
That's
zone.
good.
Two
And
Bear
now
tight
before
end,
this
middle of
first
the
down
field,
play, we're
Trey
gonna get a
Burton.
timeout here.
1st and
As they
10
get it
from
right
the
at the
17.
32nd
Turning
mark
out his
of this
call on the
first half.
field. Threading the needle. You don't hear this much. Threading the needle, Mitch Trubisky.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going.
First and 10. 17-yard line.
This
Bears are
offense
trying
finding
to
its legs
break
now.
this
Here's
lead.
another 1st and 10.
What's up, boy? How's it going? 1st and 10, 17.
They'll throw on
Trubisky.
first down
5-step
with
drop.
Trubisky.
Pressure. Full to the left side. The corner of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Chicago. Burton was their man. He was on single covered by Kentrell Brothers, who's for some reason in this game, I still have no idea why. And single coverage to their backup linebacker on the tight end. Easy Pickens. Touchdown.
See on the sideline,
Chicago.
Special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this.
What a
second
turn of
quarter.
events. The Vikings had the ball in Chicago. Holy cow. Okay. We're back on. Had some technical difficulties, I guess.
From the booth, and that's where these
Booth
challenges
review.
come
Let's
from
see what happens
the
here.
final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision.
Looking like that left foot came in out of bounds. That'd be a lucky break for the Vikings. Now you just have to wonder if that was Eric Wilson. Would that have been better coverage?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And it stands. The crowd stays as silent as ever.
Says this one counts.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Cody
What a
Parkey
turn
is
of
on
events.
now
The
for
Vikings
the
were
point
driving,
after.
had the ball on Chicago territory. A horrible pass, middle of the field, picked off Eddie Jackson. Kirk Cousins had a horrible decision. Do double coverage. And a couple passes later, 3 plays as a matter of fact, Chicago scores their own touchdown in only 13 seconds. It's been a fantastic first half by that man, Mitch Trubisky. 25 seconds. See what the Vikings will do in real life. They'll just come in, take a knee, and we'll go to halftime. Warm up, Mannion. Warm up, Mannion. This long panning. Trying to show this kickoff team. I get it.
Here's Parkey now,
So
set to kick it away.
Axebear Parkey. The hero of the Eagles.
Fielded
Abdullah will
about
take it out 2 yards deep in the end zone to the 20 to the 25. There's a play on the play, gets to the 35. A solid return there by Abdullah.
Let's see.
Probably a hold will bring it back.
Illegal block in the back.
Block
Return
in the
team.
back somehow. And backup tight end Tyler
So
Conklin.
that will push
Bring
him
it
back.
back to the 21-yard line, and that 5 sets up a kneel down for Kirk Cousins. Let's get to halftime. First and 10. Cousins will hand it off to rookie Madison. He'll gain a yard. We'll call it 2 yards. So, great spot. So 7, kneel down, let's run it, and the final seconds of the first half will expire, and the Bears will be up 10-3. If you want to know what I think the real life game will end up,
22, here's
make sure to watch
2nd
my
and 8.
game preview
So
that
we
can be
come
dropping
upon
tomorrow
halftime
afternoon.
here at Soldier Field
I'll
with the
cover
Bears out in
everything
front.
about the
As we'll head
upcoming real
down
life
to
here in
Orlando,
the
that's where
Vikings
we
game
find
in
our man
Chicago.
Jonathan
And I will
Coachman
also
at our
be
EA
giving at the
Sports
very end my
halftime
score
report.
prediction.
Coach.
As you see, across the
All right,
board,
Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome
Bears are
everybody
just
to our
dominated.
abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This
It's all
game's had a little bit of
abbreviated. I don't know what he
everything
means by
thus
that.
far, and certainly plenty to look forward to.
You get one
as the
highlight.
teams are right
That's their
back out
halftime
there
report.
for the second half. So
I'm
we'll
glad they
get
put
right
all that
back out
much
there
effort
as
into
well.
that.
As we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Why does Matt Nagy actually look good, but Mike Zimmer looks like he has cancer? Good news is the Vikings will start off the second half of the ball. And of course, like I've said a few times, this is only 11-minute quarters. Try to get through the game a little bit faster. Not sure it'll be quite fast enough,
Both teams
though.
appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter
But
number 3.
I'll say this.
That'll be
With
taken in the
Morgan
end
watching
zone.
at the Vikings
And no
cannot
run
score a
back here. This
touchdown.
will be a touchback,
As more
and
than a
it comes
touchdown
out to
will
the
lead by the end of the
25-yard
third quarter, I'll call it then.
Now come the Vikings,
And
they'll
we'll
have
wave
it
the white
first on
flag.
offense as
We
we
do not
begin
want to see
the
Kirk
third.
Cousins play
They're
this
down here,
horrible.
but very much in this
But-
game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk
Vikings
when a
up with
game
the
is
ball.
within striking
25-yard
distance
line.
like this at intermission?
Against this
Typically, what they're
fantastic
doing
Bears
is
defense.
emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to
Third
stay
and 10
positive,
from
stay
25.
up with this team, We're just starting the
Irv
second half,
Smith
and we've got the
checks
football.
in, top of the screen, line up wide receiver, shotgun Cousins, Dalvin to his left, he'll take the handoff, it's a fake. Cousins spins, flips it, checks it down, Rudolph picks up a couple, ball called gain of 3. Very awkward play there by Cousins, an invisible spin away from nobody, and then softly flips it to his slowest receiver, Rudolph, for a 3-yard gain.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
I look at this, this is the stiff arm, this is the stiff arm.
From being right back there.
Now the
He
question
lifts
is,
up
can
that
this
right hand,
offense
like
step
he's
up
saying
and
hi.
make that play? Because that's
That's
been
what
an issue
happens
for
when
them
you
in
press the
this
stiff
game.
arm button in Madden. 2nd and 7, 28-yard line.
That first
Wow,
down
the first
completion
5
only
minutes
netted
flew by.
them
We're already
3.
10 minutes to go in
Second
this
and
third
7.
quarter. Shotgun Cousins. Digs in the slot, bottom of the screen. And Dalvin as a whole. He'll get very close to the first down. He would just lower his shoulder and plowed ahead. Would have had it. But he got stopped 30 inches from the 35-yard line. Real life quarterback sneak territory.
But it closed there quickly at the end.
Yeah, he tried to juke out Clinton Dix instead of just plowing him
Offense
over.
on 3rd down tonight.
3rd
They've
inches,
converted just 2
35-yard
for
line.
6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Madison should be in the game. And
They run it again with Cook.
Dalvin will take the
And he will
handoff and
have
Butt will
first
get
down
enough for the
yardage
first
as he's
down.
brought down at the 41.
And hey, Madden, how about we get Dalvin
It'll
Cook
go as a gain
going?
of 6
Only
that time, and
averaging
it moves the
3.6
chains
yards
as
a
well.
carry. He's much better than that.
At this stage of the game, the
Run the
running
rock.
backs numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First and 10 from the 41. Diggs bottom of the screen, Thiel at the top. CJ Ham checks in again to the left. Cousins pistol formation.
Now a play fake
And
here on
play
first
action.
down.
Cousins
He's
drops
taken
back.
down.
Huge sack.
Trevathan.
Loss of 10 yards on first down. Cousins pocket awareness never ceases to amaze me.
Often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit.
Every single
What a
time they
running
have a wide
start
open
right
receiver
back to
middle
the
of the
backfield
field,
for him.
Yeah,
and
really
Cousins
didn't give
just
anybody a
stares
chance
at
to get up there
nothing.
and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
Seven-man
You're asking a
rush
whole
is to
lot anyway,
unblock
but when he gets that
defender.
kind of a
Nothing
start, it
one
comes
can do
through
about that.
clean.
They got their guys.
Oftentimes the advantage
Loss of
definitely
10
goes to the
yards all in
defensive player.
Cousins. 2nd and 20.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Under center Cousins. Five-step drop. Cousins flip it out to the left side. There's some open field. Irv Smith run after the catch has been the only sign of hope for the Vikings offense. Another good game
His
by the
position, and
rookie
he's
tight
listed
end. He's
as a
up to
tight end,
69
but he certainly
yards.
doesn't run like
LOL.
one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a
3rd
pretty
and
nice
2,
little
48.
game. The Vikings
Definitely
on 3rd down.
4 down
3 for 7
territory
so
here.
far in
Shotgun
this game.
Cousins.
This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll hand off power middle of the field. Dalvin breaks off a tackle, picks up the first and then some. Paws ahead to the 44. Good run there. Dalvin looked for his hole. Wasn't there. He cut it back, got ahead, and then plowed forward. He was a hammer on that play.
Aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and 10 for the 44. Down by 7.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Pistols Cousins. Dalvin behind him.
They run
And why not
again
just
on
keep feeding
1st
Dalvin?
down.
Plows
Cook
forward ahead.
takes it down
Another
the
good
40
game.
with a
4
pickup
yards
of
again
4.
on first down. Feed the beast. 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs,
I put in my playbook, it's all 100% deep play action, and Cousins will probably get sacked for 14 yards.
I'd say keep that in mind.
Oh,
They
so
want to try
far.
that again. Go play action. Hit him
Irv
over the
Smith
top.
top is his screen. He's been lined up as a wide receiver a lot in this game. That's my fault. And Cousins is under center. Dalvin behind him. And Dalvin again, handoff. And this time, Keen Hicks had enough of that and brings it in right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left
Keen
with a
Hicks,
third down and 6.
toughest player for the Vikings
Nice job
defense
there
to defend.
defensively to
Third and
climb
6,
down because
40-yard
really,
line.
they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they
One of
really
those
needed
territories
that one.
where you won't get a whole lot with
Just
the
to feel a
punt, so
little
I
bit
think
better. But I
it's
don't
four
know if
down
I would be
territory,
daunted
especially
by
if you
them
gain 2
stopping
or
me
3
on
yards
one
here.
run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could
Third
come
and
right
6,
back
40-yard
out.
line shotgun Cousins. 4-man rush Cousins this time. Looking good, great coverage. Cousins gets sacked. What a horrible pocket awareness for the night for his third sack. That one was all on Cousins. He is horrible. The fourth sack of this game. And now after the sack, no more fourth down going for it. Reasons the Vikings will be forced to punt. Cousins is so horrible to watch.
It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And honestly, I think if the Bears score, I'm going to take over. I think it'd be more fun for me to play than watch this pathetic instance right here.
The Vikings send out
4th and
their
13
punter
from the
as
47.
they'll come on to
Ballhead
kick this one
punt
away.
was backed up and extremely poor. Holy cow. Netted only about 20 yards.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
It off.
Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Falls ahead.
Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot.
I really don't think the Vikings
will
will look this bad in real life.
to that. If you keep moving laterally,
by the way,
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd.
The Vikings don't force a 3-and-out here or get a turnover. I'm done watching this. It's so hard to watch this, man. It's up and first down. I think we can wave the right flag. Are we okay with that? Going to wave the white flag. Exit game. I will do one by myself. 10-minute quarters. Could I have about enough time for that? I'll only play offense. It'll be a lot more fun than watching that, I guarantee. And we'll do the same thing, except official simulation. Bears won. That's all simulation really matters for at the end of the day, right? Whether or not they win or not. The Vikings could have made the comeback. I just don't want to wait for that long for something that ridiculous to happen. I hope the game looks better in the future. We'll go back to those uniforms, though. Those are pretty nice. I think it was 2000s away. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's do it. In Chicago, everything will be the same, except I'll play only on offense. It'll give me a little bit more play clock, so I can do some stuff, but... Alright, let's go. I think everybody, including myself, would rather me play the game. Because then, if we do lose, you'll hear me get mad, and that's always fun. At least a lot more entertaining than watching god-awful Madden UI. CPU. Ultra Instinct.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19.
Here's the for realsy round, because I'll play it and there'll be so many more variables. AKA it's not super for realsy, but it'll be a lot more fun. I'll shoot, it's 15 minutes. Oh well. We'll fly by. supposed to be only 10
So the
minute quarters.
football will be at
So
the
I'll have to run the ball.
25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Forgive me, Morgan. That's good. We'll run at Mac.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
All right, 1
Danny
yard.
Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the
some yards
outside,
here.
trying
Yeah,
to get
it
to the
looks on
perimeter, but not a
first
whole
down.
lot of room there. But there's got to be
running
one
wide.
positive to that. If you keep
My
moving
lane's
laterally,
close so quick.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down pass play
Mac
there, but it's
dropped out.
incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I had to work
The
fast.
beauty
I
of
don't
being
have a
able to
whole
play
lot of
zone
time.
defense when you can
I
sit
really should be
back
trying to complete this
and
pass.
see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
It's kind of
Guess
realistic
what?
having
Creates a
Smith
lot of
line up
confusion,
outside. Then
kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down
oh, I
yardage to
counted.
the 35.
Sweet.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, come on. I hate how he just falls over.
He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Do not want me to run.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
I'll take
And
that
he'll
in
get
short.
up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a
Just
third
do
down.
ISO.
Good throw,
Will
good
that be
catch.
good
But I
enough?
really
Or
like the
what type
route,
of
the
line are
drag,
we
and being
getting?
able to
Why
run
would you
away
get
from
it?
defenders. Hard to
Got
stick with them for that
Madison.
long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man because now you're running away
Oh.
from someone. And
Good
you're not
hit by the
running
safety.
into a
I thought I was
defensive
going to
player
truck him
in
and go all the
another
way.
zone.
and they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's got the hook up here.
We'll take
It's
that.
Kyle Rudolph. And
After
he'll
the
get inside
errant
the
play
40 to
on
the
his first
39.
pass of the game, and
7
we've seen
yards to pick
Cousins
up
be
on the
perfect.
pitch and catch.
I mean,
And
Cousins
that's
beating
staying ahead
Rube
of
in
the
real
chains.
life, so I
Really
kind of
good
like it.
pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On the ground, it's Cook.
Oh, there we go.
Inside the 35,
There you go,
down
Dalvin.
the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be
Looks
before
like
they actually
cover
open.
three,
I think that helps
so
set him
probably
apart
be
from many of
big.
the other backs in the league.
Here's Cousins.
Nope.
Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And this is
Oh,
caught.
touchdown, yes!
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph.
Wish I could see what type of defense it was. Alright, just for the sake of getting the time by and making it a little bit more realistic, as far as I'll do it every other drive. So time will go by a little bit faster.
Quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And
Seriously?
fumble.
We can do one play, then Thielen will fumble?
Bears.
Well, I'm going to play every single drive and we're losing.
So the
So I really
football
want to
will
get
be
a
at the
dub.
25-yard
That's totally on my
line
fault
as this
for
offense gets
fumbling.
set to take over. And out now come the
But looks on
Vikings.
the other side,
And
so
they
I'm
had the
here to
fumble
do
last
everything,
time
yeah.
that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick
Okay.
themselves back up. They run. Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right
Let's
at
get
the
Dalvin
40-yard
going.
line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand
Let's
their
get
playbook.
Dalvin
Well, second
going.
and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Throw it the bigger ball. Smith's wide open.
Goldman. busting through.
I can only press the throw button so hard.
3-4, they got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He'll find his man on the comeback route.
There we go.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, this is one of the
I'm gonna
best
do a
routes
fallback
anyone
dive.
can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the
At the
timing.
48-yard line, I think it's a go for it territory. Not sure what you guys think, but 2 yards.
Right around the line of
Are you
scrimmage.
kidding me?
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins.
Throw the damn ball.
A heavy rush, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go.
A curious decision. Okay. Defense holding up.
So now this offense will take over.
Play action by Angle. This play pattern won't work out in real life because the bootlegs didn't work in Madden. And then in real life, it's
Last
probably
time they
won't
were
work.
very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up.
I didn't have another ball
So
there.
how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned
Good
going
coverage.
into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the
Don't
Wild
fumble.
Dogs backing me up over here on my own side.
I should have stayed in bounds. Sorry, Morgan.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
How did I get sacked that quick?
And now it's second down.
Just a little bit stupid if you ask me. A play like this was so open earlier.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got
There
it
you go.
complete to Stephon Diggs.
I wish he would have
Getting
settled
this
back
just
more
shy
instead of running right into
midfield,
the
they'll
zone
spot it
defender.
at the 49.
So I was kind of worried about that
First round
pass.
so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play.
Yeah,
to
we
defend.
really need to get
Nice
Dalvin
chunk of
going.
yardage picked up there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking
It confuses,
assignments.
even
It
though
doesn't
it
allow
picked
those
up 5
offensive linemen
yards.
to get up to the second level.
On the carry, it's Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
It's another go for it territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, that's Cook.
There we go.
The 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes
Street.
for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A first down throw for Cousins. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be out of bounds
Yeah,
just
we'll
inside
take
the
that.
25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get
get
to the
some
sideline
Madison
and get out
carry.
of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll go on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Yeah, Madison over
It's a
10 yards
really
of
nice
carry.
15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just
Madison's
ask
still in
for
the
him.
game.
Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pick up there. He gets about
We'll take
5
5.
on the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle.
Oh, damn it.
They get 3 yards.
Oh, we'll take it just
closer,
a
but
minute
still
more. That's
work
okay.
to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first
I wonder if I
half.
have a fullback
We're
play.
back to Soldier Field following this
I'd
short
rather
break.
not pass. I want a freaking fullback play.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I wanted to run. I wanted to run. That can't be clear enough. I wanted to run.
Halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
But when Irv Smith's on your team, why would you run?
Minnesota.
They got a field goal out of it. Let's skip the first one. See if the computer can do anything. And we're losing again, sweet.
So the football will be at the 25.
So the computer cannot be trusted to take control of this. We're going to go this way because we're blitzing the other side. So
left side,
CJ gets that. We'll take it out.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for
Let's
his
just go the other side now.
also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Let's just keep going.
Pick up of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Just keep going. They can't stop me.
Yards on that one, it earns him a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you
Play action shot.
They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I don't see what reason why not to just keep running, honestly.
And they'll run it here. And a
Because
short
they'll stop
gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs.
We'll take it out of bounds.
He got 29
10 for
yards that
13.
time.
I ain't accurate, boys.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered,
really just want to
can
get a touchdown
uncover
here?
themselves downfield and create catches.
Sorry, Morgan.
Cousins to throw it.
Yeah.
And down he goes.
I should do it
Gets him
earlier.
back at the
I should have known
14.
better.
Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Field goal
Brandon,
here is
I
not
think
the
you
worst thing.
understand the type
Ooh,
of afternoon this
cannot
offensive
do
line
that.
is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
Now the hit
God,
comes.
slide! I hate this in Madden. Diving and sliding is the same damn button.
It'll be a 1st and 10 coming
That's
up
bogus.
as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Now Cousins. And they'll be looking. And he's going to have to eat this one as down
I
he
tried to
goes.
step up into the pocket. That doesn't work.
In there to
People don't
record
step
another
away from
sack.
you in
Their
Madden.
6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Diggs has it. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We need to keep that.
So into Bear territory now.
I
This
need my
is
defense
1st and
to have
10
a break.
at the 49-yard line.
Nope.
Throwing is Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll
Wasn't
go
super
down,
open, but I'll take it.
Inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They pitch it out to Cook.
Yeah, the outside run is just so open
now.
now.
A first down as well.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Oh! I had to take that chance. Now Josh Klein's hurt like in real life.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 48.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
We go, boys.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert.
Keep on
and
running.
That sets up 1st and goal now.
Get this clock going down.
Good game so far.
So Morgan doesn't get too
something
mad.
has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with...
Defense. Dude, we're always down.
So the football will be
now it's
at the
4th quarter, so
25-yard line
Madden will
as
be
this
like, run
offense
every
gets
single
set to
play.
take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's see, why not run?
Now Cook. And tough going there.
Kinda lost that
get it
time.
up to about the 31. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Got him.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cook.
Man, it lagged so hard before the contact.
Maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping.
So garbage.
Big defensive
Madden
linemen will
4th
take
quarter
the
play
beat
looks
and
so
move
stupid. We're down by
laterally
1.
and open
We have
up a
so much
crease that
time.
they
We can
can
still
run
run
to.
the damn
Didn't
ball.
happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's
Still there,
drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins. And incomplete.
Catch the damn ball,
Contact made
Rudolph.
the ball roam free and brings up 4th
Got a
down.
punt.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Damn, Bailey.
High 4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands first.
Defense. Not good.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Cousins on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I'll take 9 yards on first down. Are you kidding me?
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Oh my God, I'm allowed to do my whole play with
that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball.
Not ideal to run it down to max side.
Now a give running right, it's Cook.
Oh, that's why you run it to max side.
Might be gone. Past the 20. Touchdown.
See ya. Just like last week, baby.
A great play there. 75.
Easy peasy. And then we're losing again because I guess Trubisky's god tier in Madden.
The 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
5 on 5, I think. It's reasonable that I can run here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, field goal title. We aren't going to tie. 337 pass yards.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Valley, if we lose, it's not my fault.
So the Vikings in possession
100%
of football as we get
fault.
you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it?
And the game's with that you can change your entire formation, not burn any more time.
Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there.
Now I need to start turning up a little bit more.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Right there. They're going to blitz, I think.
Back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here.
Let's go timeout, give our guys a breather.
Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
We definitely want to just get the dub.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Cook with a first down and much more.
Lost down your feet down
at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. They'll look to throw.
Oh.
And he can't get taken down.
Poor decision by me.
And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal,
First off,
and a
just
timeout.
poor play call
As they
probably.
stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Single coverage and Diggs.
And he's across for the
Touchdown, 19 seconds left. If we hold them, we win. We win. Morgan's going to be happy I didn't hold her too long.
Very end. That's what we...
Man, look how good I was. Look how good I was. Trubisky's not going to be... Oh, no. Who put the Trubisky costume on? That's not what he's going to be doing. Look at Dalvin, 246. 8.7. Average. Oh, if that can happen in real life, I'll be happy. Cool. So, I'm not sure which one was more realistic. Probably the first one, unfortunately. But I think the second one was a ton more fun. So, we'll take that one. But that will be it for this Madden simulation. Tell me what time you guys would rather these be. It's basically whenever I can squeeze them in. So I'll try to make it more consistent, but it's really hard with my work schedule. But we'll see you guys in the next DBZ Vikings video. Game preview tomorrow afternoon. See you guys then.